Hello friend, welcome to my YouTube channel 5 Minute Pediatric. Today we will discuss about certain condition which seems to be abnormal and gives lot of anxiety to the parent, but that condition are normal in neonatal period and required only counseling. So today we will discuss these minor developmental peculiarity through this picture only, and we will able to memorize it. So starting from caput, caput is simple scalp swelling which is usually present after birth or at birth, and it crosses the suture line, while the most common differential for caput is cephalhematoma, which is subperiosteal collection of blood, and it usually present after second or third day of life, and it does not cross the suture line. It may sometimes associated with bone fracture, and it takes weeks to months to get resolved. Next, we have stork bite or salmon patch. It is pinkish gray capillary hemangioma present on the nape of the neck, upper eyelid, forehead, and it usually disappear after a few months. Next, we have subconjunctival bleed. It is usually present in outer canthal area and it takes weeks to get resolved. Next, we have milia. Milia is actually retention of sebum and usually present in all neonate, and usually located above nose or around nose, and it also disappear spontaneously. Next, we have sucking callosity. Sucking callosity is cornified plaque which is usually present in central part of the upper lip. It shows intrauterine sucking present in the baby. Next, we have congenital teeth. It is usually present in lower incisor, and it may interfere with breastfeeding. If it is loose, there is a chance of aspiration, so the tooth may be extracted. Next, we have erythema toxicum. Erythema toxicum or Urticaria neonatorum is usually present on second or third day of life, starting from face, and then spread to trunk and extremity within a day. It also usually disappear after 2 to 3 days. If we scrap the lesion, we may get eosinophil. The common differential for erythema toxicum is pyoderma, transient pustular melanosis, and skin lesion of congenital syphilis. Next, we have Epstein pearl. Epstein pearl is white spots which is actually epithelial inclusion cyst present on hard palate, and it also does not require any significant treatment. Next, we have acne neonatorum. Acne neonatorum is actually due to transplacental passage of maternal androgen, and it also does not require any local application of cream. It also disappears within couple of days. Next, we have Bohn's nodule. Bohn's nodule is actually pearly white papules. Actually, it is a keratin cyst mainly originate from the minor salivary gland or odontogenic epithelium. It also does not require any treatment. It ruptures spontaneously and disappears within few weeks. Next we have tongue tie. Tongue tie is diagnosed if the baby is unable to protrude his tongue beyond the lip. It usually does not interfere with breastfeeding or delay in developmental speech. Although it may affect the clarity of speech, if the parent is too much anxious regarding this, then it may be snipped after 1 year of age. Next, we have mastitis neonatorum. It is also it also occurs due to transplacental passage of maternal androgen. As the liver is immature, so androgen do not get metabolized inside the baby, as a result of which there is hypertrophy of the breast. So parents are advised not to express milk or manipulate it. Prominent gyphoid also do not require any kind of treatment. Next we have cutis murmurata. Cutis murmurata actually is a reticulated pattern or marbling uh, present on the periphery due to exposure to cold environment. It is actually exaggerated physiological vasomotor response, and it disappeared with increasing maturity. Next, we have harlequin color change. It occurs suddenly. Baby half part becomes pink and half part becomes pale. The possible mechanism behind this is unexplained vasomotor phenomena. Next, we have Mongolian spot. It is usually bluish or bluish or irregular patches present on sacral or buttock area, and it usually disappear around 6 months. Next, we have umbilical hernia. Umbilical hernia occur after fall of umbilical cord, and it may disappear after age of 6 months. So parents are advised not to strap with coin or any bandage over the umbilical hernia. If the size of hernia is large and occur beyond 2 years of age, it may require surgical intervention. Next, we have umbilical hernia, commonly associated with Down syndrome and cretinism and rickets. Next, we have non-retractable prepuce, commonly occur in newborn. So parents are advised not to retract prepuce. Uh, if it persists, then parents are advised to clean at the time or gently remove or retract after 2 years during bathing. Next, we have bowed leg. It also do not require any treatment, and after age of 1 year, it converted into physiological knock knee. Next, we have congenital hydrocele. Congenital hydrocele usually disappear during the first 3 months of life. So these are the condition. Also, one condition I would like to deal, one is vaginal bleed. It also occurs due to transplacental passage of maternal hormone, so nothing have to worry regarding this. Hymenal tag also. So remember this condition, you can easily remember by this picture. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, kindly give comment and opinion regarding this. I will try to solve your queries. Thank you for watching my channel.